I'm trying to experiment with some of my controls to try to get the lighting better, but it kind of squeezed it together. So this might be a shorter looking video. I'm not sure. We'll find out when I publish it. I'm sitting here on my cushions and I'd like to show you what I had to do. I tried to exercise on just this one, right? And I couldn't get up off the floor. It was really scary. So I added this trifold mattress that I had, and now I'm about, I don't know, a foot off the floor so that I can kind of roll over, use my chair for assistance. It's really sad when a woman in her mid-60s gets into a condition such as I have, and I've no one else but myself to blame. I never took care of me, you know. This is the year of me, and I might be starting a little late in the year, though not really, because all along this year it's been about trying to improve my own life. So I was going to do an exercise video with you all, but coming to find that I can barely exercise myself. I have to take it extremely slow. When I get down on the one mat yesterday, I have carpal tunnel in both wrists, and I'm rolling around trying to find a way to get myself back up, and it was really frightening, and my hands fell down in between the couch and the thing, and it was a real mess. And I think to myself, yeah, I really want my viewers to watch me, struggle to get up. And I'm just struggling with the exercises, so I'm just going to take them slow, and I will eventually start to make some with you, but I'm not sure if there's even any interest in that and what I'm doing. So in my description, I'm going to give you, I don't know if they'll let me copy and paste in my description. I can try, but I will give you a Studio Jibby, Jibby, and she has a hip, let me look at it, hang on a minute,
from your knee and try to draw a
10-minute hip flexor strengthening exercises. And I'll tell you, I feel these exercises, and I have to stop and I have to rest in between, like the first two I'm okay, then I've got to stop and rest, and then I do the next two, and I've only gotten as far as 5 minutes in, and I had to stop. So I'm going to come back to them possibly tonight, because I have a lot of things to do today and not the strength to do them. And sometimes I just feel really overwhelmed for the condition, the state that I'm in. It just feels like it practically happened overnight, and it kind of did with that walk I took 2 years ago to the Moxie Falls in Maine, and that was pretty much the end of my walking career. I don't know if it aggravated it or inflamed it or what happened, but I just having a hard time regaining strength in my hips. So maybe I coddled it too much because of the pain. I don't think I did. I was walking, I was moving, and then it got harder, and then I had to go to the cane, and my weight loss struggle has been since the end of 2018, when I tried Medifast's Optavia, and boy, you want to talk about depressing eats. That was horrible. I lost 18 pounds though really fast on that, and then I just didn't want to eat anymore. It was so horrible, and it's got to be sustainable. Let's face it, the exercises, the eating, it has to be sustainable. It has to be somewhat pleasant. Exercise probably isn't real pleasant, but I get a great sense of accomplishment just getting started, even a little. And I like this woman here, but of course my right leg and hip is killing me, but I'm just going to keep pressing through. I could show you one exercise, and you're probably going to get to see me in my full fat glory. I'm just in bicycle shorts and just a little top. No bra because she froze a lot of the little thingies on my back that weren't really molds. She called them something else, and boy, it hurts. It itches, it burns, and I just don't feel like wearing a bra today, so I'm probably not going to. Maybe I'll put a cami on underneath my shirt or something. It's so rip-roaring hot out there too, you know, and I'm already uncomfortable from the pain, but I'll take all my supplements and a tramadol and some aspirin, and I will get on what I have to do next, which is empty all my personal goods from my van and put a couple of pieces that the other guy was going to replace, my tensioner and serpentine belt. So I'll ask these guys to do that along with figuring out what the fuel system problem is, and hopefully I'll be back on the road, and God knows what will go next, but I'm up for the challenge. I'm up for the challenge. So let me take you over to my wall where we will try this one exercise that's extremely simple and I don't feel anything from it. So why not do it? That's why I like this woman here. I feel like I'm accomplishing something even though it hurts dreadful, but I'm going to keep doing his exercises too, and a little at a time. I've got to take small bites because I haven't moved like this in a long time, and yeah, it's going to take some patience on my part so that I don't stress my carpals, my upper back, which, you know, feels the strain every time I have to get down and lean on an elbow and things like that. My mid back starts right in. So, yeah, this is good for me, and I want to continue to do it. And I'm taking you on my journey for this very reason. I know there's a lot of you out there suffering, and maybe you think you can't do it. So I'm in pretty rough shape, and I just want to show you, yes, you can via my journey. Perhaps you can start a journey of your own, just like you had to start the journey in widowhood. Now maybe you need to start the self-care, I love myself journey, and I'm going to do all I can to make my life better journey. So let's go and try that one exercise. Okay guys, this is the standing iliotibial band stretch for your tensor fascia. You should feel this stretch at the outside of your hip. I would assume this one. Okay, so you stand against the wall for support. You cross the leg that is closest to the wall behind your other leg, and then you lean your hip toward the wall till you feel a stretch at the outside of your hip, and I'm feeling it right here. Hold for 30 seconds. And you have to repeat this 4 times. So this is pretty simple, guys. And I'm not going to do the full 30 seconds because that would be boring. This isn't hard at all, but definitely I can feel the stretch in here. So then the next one, and I'll use this wall. And as you can see, I'm crippling along. Stand against this wall. And he seems to have his arm against it. So, this one's not easy. And you kind of like lift your upper body away from the wall, but I'm not feeling it on that one. There. That's funny, I'm feeling it all in here, none here. That's peculiar. Probably because this one's so weak. But that's pretty much it, right? So on both sides, hip against the wall, push this in, push your hip into the wall. And definitely I can feel it here on this side, but when I do it on this side, I can't feel it. And my balance isn't so good on this one. There it is. I needed to put my leg out just a little further. There. So that's the first one. And all I'm going to do with you today. It's really hard when you feel so discouraged because you're in such bad shape. And I guess that's why I'm going to video this. Not only will it keep me accountable, but I'll get to see my own self shrinking as I continue on this weight loss and exercise regimen journey to get to be the best Nikki I can possibly be in the rest of my life, because aging is not a joke. It is so difficult, especially when you have already genetic issues such as the arthritis, and then you compound those problems with comfort eating. And that's definitely what I've done most of my life, is I've used food for emotional support. And so I've been continued with my counseling that I get every 2 weeks, because I don't have a lot new in my life. And it was an emotional yesterday with the counselor, because I just, I got the bad news about my hip, and I feel so vulnerable and afraid. And I always have told my kids the only way to get out of a bad situation is action. Do something. And so I'm doing something, and I'm proud of myself that I am doing something. And I encourage you to do something, anything, even if it's just that wall exercise. That's a simple one, but I could feel it this time. You might have to shift your feet a little farther away from the wall and do a deeper, lean of your hip into that wall. And if you keep your arm against the wall and then you pull your head away from the wall, you'll feel even more of a stretch down there. So just giving you a little something to go on, and just sharing this with you because I think it's important. And so this is what I'm shifting my channel to. And I'm sorry if, it's not what you were hoping for or looking for, but right now this is where all my concentration has to go into. And now I have my kids' van, and what I want to do is get my stuff out of my truck, get my parts into my truck, and also maybe I'll just leave my stuff in there. It's just things like dollhouse furniture from the stuff I've collected over the years that I want to sell. And what else was in there? Maybe some photos? Not sure. I don't think they're going to mess with stuff like that. There's nothing of any real value there. So what would they want with that? And I got to make my life as easy as I possibly can, because everything feels like a mountain to climb. It feels like an Everest. Just getting my garbage to the garbage chute. And I do have a little fold wagon. I thought I've showed that to you before, but I'm not sure. That Maggie found for me at Aldi's. And I'm just trying to do the best I can, one day at a time, 1 minute at a time if I must. So I'm just sharing this with you, my friends. And I'm just going to keep working on getting better. Sometimes do you ever get that feeling like there's something crawling on you? I get a lot of nerve issues. They said, you need to see a neurologist. I think I've had enough of doctors for 1 year. I'll push that to next year. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And I'm going to fight this tooth and nail I will not be a victim of my own doing. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Love you all. Love you all for your trials, tribulations, and struggles. I understand. And that's why we're doing this. So we can commiserate, so we can encourage, and so we can press on together. Okay, that's it. Bye.